Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today's January 21st, and right now I am in the outskirts of San Diego, California, and we are looking at the mid-level water vapor loop right now. You may wonder what I'm doing out here. Well, we're chasing some powerful offshore winds. Quite a few fire starts there yesterday, but they have so many personnel out there that they're able to get on them fairly quickly here. So we hope that is the case through today, as actually drier conditions are moving in today here across Southern California. But of course, we'll take a look at what's going on across Pacific Northwest. I'm in a hotel right now, so I should be back home at some point tomorrow, and I will be doing my normal briefing from home at that time. So anyway, we'll take a look at what is to come here over the next few days. We do have a weak system coming through there. And then we'll take a look at the extended forecast. Looks like we have a pattern change as we go on in towards the end of the month, and we'll dive into those details here in a moment. Right now you can see there is some fog, some lower clouds here into the Okanagan River Valley. There is a little bit of scattered stuff here across western Washington. Willamette Valley a little bit, maybe. I'm not even sure if that's the Willamette Valley there, but yeah, not too bad in the way of lower clouds here across the region. You can see some of the high clouds moving across the area as we speak right now. And so yesterday, this is what we hit out there. We were thinking about wrapping it up here pretty quickly, but we got one last treat from Mother Nature. Yeah, you can hear us freaking out there, but 103 miles per hour. It was very intense. It was a very unusual windstorm because we were just downwind from the crest. We're getting this mountain wave action and these rotor waves that were breaking down on us. And it was go from very calm to extremely erratic, violent gusts. In fact, this gust was so powerful that it broke out the back window here just with the small pebbles that hit the car. It shattered the window in the back. So yeah, fun stuff, but yeah, it actually can do damage and stuff as well. So we actually got a 99 mile per hour gust about 5 minutes later, and also an 81 mile per hour gust. So taking a look here, we do have some precipitation that's going to return Friday through Saturday. Light amounts, quite light amounts. In fact, the model runs over the last few days have been dropping down a bit, so maybe some light snow. You can see an inch or two for the Cascades, Oregon, Washington, Blue Mountains there. I mean, the Rocky Mountains getting a little bit of light snow there as well. So wish we had more to report in the way of precipitation with that. But also the cold temperatures are going to continue as we go on in through the upcoming weekend. Another shot of cooler air. Some more offshore flow is coming as well, so some nice sunny skies during a lot of the time also. We'll take a look at that here in a moment. And this is Missoula, Montana. You can see there is the chance for some mountain snows here, especially, and probability of 2 or more, although again the system does not have a lot of precipitation to work with. So this is where we are right now. You can see this high pressure that caused all this offshore wind up and down the west coast of North America. It's what's causing this big snowstorm here down across some of the Gulf states there into Florida. The big Gulf Coast blizzard of 2025, a very rare event there, and you can see the Arctic air just pushing down perfectly there. Again, much of that staying east of the Rocky Mountains, hence why we missed out on a lot of this action here. If this would have come down across British Columbia and off the coast of North America, of course, we would have gotten our big snowstorm with that action. But there's always February coming up here, and we'll take a look at some of what is coming here in the next few days in a moment. But if I put this into motion, so we're looking at about 925 millihours, 2,500 feet. Now, as we go on in through this upcoming, the later portion of the week, you can see that we're going to turn things back offshore. This system is just going to clip the Pacific Northwest and kind of carve out across Southern California. So the next trough is probably aimed at California much better than it is us across the Pacific Northwest, but we are going to get some light precipitation from it. But look, as we go off into Saturday morning, some nice offshore flow yet again, so it should bring some sunny skies out there, brisk and cool conditions, especially in the morning hours with the wind sheltered areas as well. And then we scroll off in towards, you can see this is about Sunday night, still dealing with some of the offshore wind there. So we could have some nice days coming up. Now, taking a look at 500 millibars, what I'll show you here is as we go through Wednesday, now we're into Thursday here, and this one was a little bit further west here a couple days ago, but now it is staying off to the east a bit too much, and then it starts to carve back out across Southern California, hopefully bringing some precipitation down there. Now, looking at the European model, if we scroll out and look at this system, you can see here it comes as we go through Thursday into Friday. Again, not much precipitation. It's really backed off on some of the dynamics here across Pacific Northwest. And then you can see this push down towards Southern California. But we're going to get that offshore flow. So for those of you guys who like the sunny skies and the offshore winds and the drier conditions, this is the time for you, because we may not have precipitation coming until next week. But I'll show you more on that here in the extended forecast in a minute. But also, we're going to keep some of these cooler temperatures around the morning hours. Like as we go through Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all these reds out here, they got some mid-20s in the Willamette Valley, a lot of that across western Washington. So we're going to get some of the frosty and frozen conditions out there. And of course, goes without saying, Cascades and places east definitely going to be much colder. And then maybe a warming trend as we go towards the end. We get some pattern change stuff going on here where we get the westerlies returning and some interesting weather showing up with that. Now, apparent temperature, as we look, this is the wind chill. So I'm going to scroll through here fairly quickly, but we'll scroll off in towards the Thursday time frame. You can kind of see that cooler air as we go through Friday, kind of coming down across the region. We go into Saturday morning and take a look here. You can see some of these wind chills across much of the region. When you start to see these whites, that's below zero wind chills. So yeah, it's going to be pretty chilly out there, even across western Washington, western Oregon as you go through Saturday morning. Then there's Sunday morning showing up there as well. The offshore flow, brisk, cool wind, nice sunny skies. So I do enjoy those conditions. I just don't like the extended dry. Now, looking at the extended forecast here, so we're going to go through, there's the system that we just talked about. Now, we scroll on in through next week. Look, we're all the way into next Tuesday. Now we're all the way into next Wednesday. By Thursday, it looks like a garden variety frontal system rolls in here, but then the pattern change comes, and this is a pretty potent storm. I mean, look at this 990 millibar low right off the Washington coast, and that's a 984 millibar low with a powerful punch there, pressure gradient, dramatic pressure gradient, and that would be interesting. It's way off into the future, but it is something that's been showing up. The windstorm potential in this time frame has been quite interesting, so we'll continue to watch that. As you can see, definite pattern change, precipitation returning as we go through the end of the month on in through the early portion of February. So something we'll be watching here in the model runs, but you can see this is still 204 hours, and we go to 222 hours out. So yeah, we're still looking a ways out there. Kind of a fantasy forecast as of right now. Taking a look at the risk of heavy snow, they do talk about that pattern change return here a little bit, experimental product from the Climate Prediction Center. So again, they are paying attention. And 6 to 10 day below for much of the west. There's a 6 to 10 day precipitation. As you saw, we're not dealing with much precipitation during this time frame, but right at the end is when the pattern will change. So this may change over the upcoming days there, but there's that below average signal. Mixed bag here for the west, 8 to 14 day precipitation. There's that pattern change starting to emerge. So anyway, I will do my normal briefings from home tomorrow. Otherwise, we're going to go check out some of the dry air and check out some of the gusty winds this morning, try to capture some more footage, maybe some blowing dust and stuff as well. But anyway, should be back either tonight or tomorrow morning. Otherwise, yeah, what else? Click like and subscribe. We will do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.